Frank Older here, Humor Mill TV, on the set of Soul Man with an actor that everybody knows for a while, been in a lot of good movies and a lot of good TV shows now, Mr. Wesley Jonathan. Wesley, how you doing, sir?
Doing good, man. Thank you. Right on.
First thing I have to say is I just saw Roll Bounce the other day, man. I don't know how you did that. First thing I got to ask you, man, was that real?
Wait, that was your first time seeing it?
No, I've seen it.
Oh,
I had seen it, but I just saw it again the other day.
I just had to ask because some people, I met people that just seen it, 7 years ago, and it's like, wow, But,
I have kids.
yeah, there you go. Yeah.
When it came out, I saw it.
Now, what part was real? My afro was real. Me skating, I did about 70% of my choreography and dance. I didn't know how to skate prior to the movie, so they taught me how to skate. I'm a dancer by trade. I've been dancing for years, so once I learned how to get the balance of the skates and learn the choreography, I did a lot of my stunts and a lot of my skating because I didn't want a lot of cutaways. I wanted people to know that it was me. But my trainer, Mahaja, who's amazing on skates, who's probably born on wheels, he taught me a lot. Yeah. So, for the most part, yeah, everything was real.
Well, now let's fast forward. Now a couple of films dropped, a couple of TV shows dropped. Now you're on Soul Man. Can you explain to the audience out there how the progression landed you here?
Yeah, the process, man. When you get a call from your agent or manager saying, "Hey, there's a new show that Cedric The Entertainer is putting together. There's no title to it yet, but it's a pilot going out. It's for the role of his brother." They send you like the auditioning piece to the actual role. You don't get a chance to see the full script all the time. In this particular situation, I didn't. So all I had to go on was the auditioning piece. So not knowing the full story, just knowing that, okay, this is a character that, Cedric's character is is an R&B artist, celebrity that got the calling to be a preacher, and your role is to be his brother. So I said, me playing his brother, Wesley playing Cedric's brother, that's a far kind of stretch. Well, all right, whatever, I don't know. All right, give it my best shot. So I go in, audition for it. They liked me, went in for a call back. Read what said, chemistry read, then network tested, and got the role. Now, that's like just to kind of sum it up, but how, you got a lot of comedians and a lot of great actors going out to play Cedric's brother. A lot of my friends and peers, so you're battling a lot of talent, a lot of cats, and a lot of time as an actor, it's about what choice you choose and how you do the role and how you say a particular line and what you bring to the table. So I just kind of went with my instinct, man. I've been doing this for a long time, 20 years plus, and I kind of understand sitcom comedy a lot, like the timing and the rhythm of it. So I kind of based just my common sense on, all right, Stamps has to be a character that is completely opposite from his brother, but he has to be likable, and he has to be funny, but he also has to have like this kind of air of innocence of no direction, no money, but yet loves his brother and supports his brother at the same time, and has just a young kind of influence to the whole actual story of the Soul Man. So I guess that's what I kind of brought to the table, and Cedric and TV Land kind of liked me and hired me.
Well, you're making it sound like it was real easy, but I know for a fact you have to have a couple of comedic timing things. Did you work on your comedic timing outside of this, or how did that come about?
Nah, my comedic timing came from when I was just grinding as a kid, just from doing when I was guest starring on everybody's shows, like Sister, and you got Tim Reed guest starring on our show this week, who played the father of Tia and Tamara. But when I did Sister, Thea, Moesha, The Parenthood, and Boy Meets World, and my own TV show that I had years ago called City Guys, that taught me a lot about timing and rhythm, and me just even before I was on television, when I used to watch Different Strokes and Three's Company and Growing Pains and Cosby Show, I would hear the rhythm of sitcom and the beats and the jokes and mimic them. So it wasn't that I did anything prior to this actual show. It's something that I took with me along the way, even from my TV show, What I Like About You. I got even more, educated on just timing. So it's like, to me, people always say, you're funny, and I think I'm probably the unfunniest person in the world, but to me, it's timing. I hear the jokes, I hear what the beats and the rhythms and where they should be. So no, this one I went in there and did what I do, did what I do best. This is what I do. It's kind of like second nature for me. It's like putting on my shoes and tying them. Some people would they have to kind of dig deep, and it just depends on what it is. You still got, like, even now, stamps, I still have to, I got them not figured out completely, but it's as each show we go, we get to figure out our characters even more. The beginning of any show is very difficult because as writers, as a cast, as producers, directors, we're all trying to figure it out. And as time goes, you do start to figure it out, which is why each show gets better and better, and then we start to learn each other's comedies and things of that nature. Yeah.
Now, before I let you go, because I see they're rushing us, you have to tell me what your next project is that that you can talk about. Because I remember when I interviewed you a couple months ago, you were telling me some things you couldn't tell us. So tell us what you can tell us about, and then tell us how we can follow you to stay on point.
All right, you can follow me on Twitter at Wesley Jonathan, at WesleyJonathan, and my next movie is a 3D dance movie called Kobu, Cobu 3D. It stars Derek Hall from Dancing with the Stars. I got a film coming out on DVD July 24th called Bud's House, starring me, Linnell, and Faison Love, and a couple other things, but I'm gonna leave it at that.
Thanks for taking the time.
No doubt, brother. Right on.